we have studied, and then we move to mass. So first fundamental quantity we discussed length, and its SI unit is we took meter. So first we defined meter, that is what is 1 meter, and we did in terms of speed of light, that is light is covering some distance in how many? 1 upon 299,752,458. 299, that is the figure. 299,792,458. Part of a second. That is the distance traveled by light in 1 by 299,752,458 part of a second. So how much distance the light is traveling in this much second? That is this part of a second. The distance we defined as 1 meter. Okay. Now, after defining, that is, we have standardized the length as 1 meter. Now, we derived other units, that is, smaller units, centimeter, millimeter, nanometer, micrometer. And bigger units, we defined kilometer. These were the metric units. Then we defined non-metric unit. That is, if you have to measure very large distance, that is between heavenly bodies, then we used astronomical unit. Further large, parsec will be using. Parsec will be discussing after the completion of this chapter. Okay, parsec, and then we used light year. Light year is an important unit. Always remember light year. Light year is a unit of distance. It means how much distance light is traveling in 1 year. The distance traveled by light in 1 year. That is 1 light year. Similarly, light minute, distance traveled by light in 1 minute. And then light second, distance traveled by light in 1 second. So light year we have defined. Its approximate value 3 into 10 is per meter per second. Light year, it is the distance, that is speed into time will give us the distance. Into time, how many seconds? So these many into 1 year, time is 1 year. Convert 1 year into seconds. So 365 days in 1 day, 24 hours in 1 hour, 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Second get cancelled. If we multiply, we get in meters. This is clear. This we have discussed. Okay, and then we discuss smaller units, angstrom units, Fermi units, etc. For measuring the interatomic distance or intermolecular distance, we used smaller units, angstrom, Fermi, those all. Okay, today we'll be discussing mass. So second physical quantity that we are discussing is mass. So mass is a fundamental quantity. There are 7 fundamental quantities under SI system and 2 complementary fundamental quantities. So we'll be discussing mass. So first we have to standardize some mass as 1 kilogram. So first SI unit is what? Kg. SI unit is kg. So first we have to define what we are taking as kg. So initially what it was done, that is International Bureau of Weights and Measures, that is near Paris. There the pupils, what they did, the scientists what they did, they took one cylindrical rod, a cylindrical piece of, again it is made up of platinum, iridium. Its alloy they have taken. Platinum, iridium, its alloy they have taken. And one cylindrical piece they have taken. Okay. And they said that whatever mass of this, it will be considered as 1 kg. Its mass will be considered as 1 kg. So in terms of this mass, we have derived 1 kg. Okay, in terms of this its mass, we have derived 1 kg. So whatever mass is of this cylindrical piece of made up of platinum iridium, whatever its mass is, that will be taken as 1 kilogram. That is considered as 1 kilogram. This we have defined. Now it is redefined as well using Planck's constant. Okay, but we won't go in detail. It's very complex. Planck's constant measured using some electromagnetic force. So definition of the kilogram, it was defined in 1889. It is further defined and on 20th May 2019, that is last year, last year, it came into effect. Okay, but that definition will live. Okay, you have to remember this definition only. Okay, now we have defined kg. We have already defined kg, that is how much mass is considered as 1 kg. Now we require, for example, we have to measure very small mass. So we require smaller units. So we require smaller units. So smaller measurements can be made in, for smaller measurements, we have derived gram. So 1 gram is how much part of kg? 10 raised to power -3 kg. That is 1000 part of kg is 1 gram. 1000 part of kg is 1 gram. Okay. So, or milligram. 1 milligram is how much kg? 10 raised to power -3. That is 1 millionth part of kg is 1 milligram. 1 million part of kg is 1 milligram. This is clear. Or in terms of gram, 1 milligram equal to 10 raised to power -3 gram. GM or gram, milli G we use. Okay. Now for bigger units, for bigger measurements, we require bigger units. So that is ton. Okay, quintal is there. First quintal is there. Quintal. So in 1 quintal, how many kilograms are there? 100 kgs. Mostly you have seen the gunny bag, bori. Bori जिसे कहते हैं. That is 1 quintal mainly. So 1 quintal 100 kgs. In 1 quintal 100 kg. In 1 metric ton 1000 kgs. 1000 kgs. These are bigger units to make bigger measurements. Okay. So smaller units we are defined in terms of kg. If we divide kilogram into 1000 parts, each part will be 1 gram. Okay. And if we define further, we define if 1 million part of kg is 1 milligram. For smaller measurements, we use smaller units. And in bigger measurements, we use bigger units. 1 quintal, 100 kg. 1 metric ton, 1000 kg. Okay. Now, non-metric units. That is, they are not related in powers of 10. We'll be discussing non-metric unit. First is AMU, atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit. For example, we have to measure the mass of neutron, proton, or electron. So we require very, very small unit, and that is atomic mass unit. And how it is defined? So first we are taking one carbon atom, and that is of C12. Isotope of 12 is here. So we are taking one carbon atom. Okay, one carbon atom, one atom of C12 carbon we have taken. This atom we have taken. Now, what is the mass of this atom? It's 1/12th part. 1/12th part of mass of C12 atom. That is 1 AMU. That is 1 AMU. 1/12th mass of 1 carbon 12 atom. 1/12th part of mass of C12 atom. So 1/12th mass of 1 carbon atom will give us 1 AMU. Okay. Now, in terms of kg, how we are going to define? So see here we all know 1 mole of C12 carbon. It weighs how much? 12 grams. It weighs how much? 12 grams. Okay, correct this one on page number 5. Below definition of AMU, the mass of 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of C12 is 12 gram. So it is 12 gram.
Sir, it is 12 kilogram.
Yes, K kilogram, that is K is wrong. K is wrong.
Sir, it
it's
is
gram.
kilogram or gram?
Gram, G. K you cut there. K you cut there. K you cut there, okay? Mass of 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of carbon 12 is 12 gram, okay? It is 12 gram, okay? Okay, so 1 mole, it consists of 12 gram, okay? And we have to find, okay, so, and how many atoms are there in 1 mole of carbon? C12. Any one mole of any matter, it is 6.02 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms. These many atoms are there in 12 gram. This you understood? In 1 mole, 12 gram. In 1 mole of any substance, these many atoms are there. Okay. Now 1 atom. So these many atoms mass is how much? 12 gram. These many atoms mass is 12 gram.
Sir?
Okay. Yes.
Sir, in the book it is written 10 raised to power 26.
Okay, 1 minute we'll get 26. Don't worry. Okay. We will get 26 soul. Okay. So these many atoms mass is 12 gram. Okay. This is fine. 1 atom mass will be how much? 12 gram divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. This you have understood? Okay. Now gram we will convert into kg. So 1 atom mass will be how much? 12 into 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay, once I'm writing into 10 raised to power 23. This you understood? Gram convert into kg. That is kg. And here we multiply 10 raised to power 3. Understood this one? In denominator we can multiply 10 raised to power 3. Have you understood this one? Gram we are converted into kg. Anyone having doubt here? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, 1 atom 12 divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power. Now base are same. We can add the powers. 26 kg. Understood this one? So 1 mole, 12 gram. These many atoms mass, 12 gram. 1 atom mass, this much in grams. 1 atom mass in kg, this much. Okay. Now what you have to find? 1/12 mass of 1 carbon, 12 atom, C12. So 1/12 mass of 1 atom we have to find. 1/12 mass of 1 atom we have to find. That will be 1 AMU is what? 1/12 mass of carbon C12 atom. This is the mass of carbon C12 atom, 1 atom. So 112 into 12 divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 26 kg. This will be the mass of 1. This will be the AMU, 1 AMU. 12 get cancelled. And further we solve, it comes out to be 1.66. 1.66 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kilogram. This is 1 AMU. Understood? Just go through it once for a minute. If you have any doubt, do ask. So we have started 1 mole 12 gram mass. In 1 mole of a substance or 1 mole of any substance, these many atoms are there. This is Avogadro number. These many atoms are there in 1 mole of substance. So their mass will be 12 gram. 1 atom mass will be these many grams. 1 atom mass in terms of kg will be this much. Okay. This is the mass of 1 carbon 12 atom. This is the mass of 1 carbon C2 carbon 12 atom. Okay. And 1 AMU is defined how much? 1/12 mass of carbon C12 atom. So 1/12 we have written, and 1 AMU comes out to be this much kg. Understood this one? Any doubt in AMU?
No, sir.
Okay. So see here, kg was the SI unit. Other units were derived in terms of kgs. So we defined kg, and other units we derived in terms of kg. Now, for example, we require very big, we have to measure very huge mass. For example, mass of sun. Okay, so mass of sun is taken how much? 1 solar mass. That is the mass of sun. In terms of kg, it is how much? 2 into 10 raised to power 30. 2 into 10 raised to power 30 kg. This is solar mass. For example, any star mass we have to measure. What we measure in terms of solar mass. That is, particular star is 5.02 solar masses. That is 5.02 times the mass of the sun. Or any star is 2 solar mass. That is, mass of that star will be twice the mass of the sun. Understood this one? So smaller units, bigger units of mass we have discussed. Now we discuss units of time.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you record the meeting, sir? My network problem was there.
See here, every meeting will be recorded and it will be uploaded. So Tejas, you can see after any time. Okay. Anytime you can see. Every video will be recorded and I will upload them. So after the class, I will have lunch and I will check whether the videos are available. If they are become available, processed, then I'll upload soon. Okay, so now we discuss time. Okay, before discussing time, I have to tell something. So see here, since online classes are going, the last year whatever syllabus the board has provided, I'll be following the same syllabus. Okay, so according that, first B is not in syllabus. Okay, now as the offline class starts, or as the direction come from the board, we will follow accordingly. Okay, if offline class starts soon, we'll cover first B chapter as well. Okay, so I'll wait for the board's direction. Till then, I'll be following the last year syllabus. Okay, board will provide the syllabus as well soon. So first B, we won't be covering for time being.
Sir, we will not be following the syllabus given in the syllabus book.
No, we'll be following that syllabus for sure. But in particular, in every chapter, some portion has been reduced. Last year, it was reduced. In every chapter, some portion was reduced. So I'll be following the same syllabus, that is last year's syllabus, what they have been provided. So in booklet, only chapters names are provided. So we'll be covering those chapters, but in each chapter, some portion has been reduced. Okay. In physics, some portion has been reduced. It was reduced last year. So I'll be following, I won't be covering those reduced portion here in online classes. So we'll wait for board direction. That is, board is soon going to provide the syllabus, new syllabus, and we will follow accordingly. Okay. Till then, I'll be following the last year syllabus. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So units of time. We'll be discussing units of time. So we have discussed first fundamental quantity, length we discussed, we defined meter. Second fundamental quantity, mass we discussed, and we defined kilogram and other units in terms of kilogram. Now the third fundamental quantity, that is time. So first we define a unit. We require something which will compare the other time. So we define the unit as second. This is our SI unit. Now first we have to define second. How second was defined? So with time to time the definition changed. So first its definition was that mean solar day, it is taken as 24 hours. Mean solar day, it is taken as 24 hours. Okay, one mean solar day. Okay, so in one mean solar day, how many seconds are there? 24 hours, and in each hour 60 minutes, in each minute 60 seconds, and it comes out to be 86400 seconds. 86400 seconds, or S we write. So in one mean solar day, these many seconds. Okay, we have to define seconds. So how we can define? 86400 seconds are in how many days? One mean solar day. Now if 1 second will be how much? 1 upon 86400 of one mean solar day. So one mean solar day we are taking, and we are dividing this mean solar day in how many parts? 1 upon 86400, and each part will be how much? 1 second. So 1/86400 part of the mean solar day, that is defined as 1 second. That was defined as 1 second. Understood this one? Okay. So we have defined second as 1/86400 zeroth part of one mean solar day, a mean solar day. This is how we define 1 second. It again in definition changed. Now see here how the definition changed. This mean solar day, it varies. So which mean solar day will take? It is varying throughout the year. This mean solar day vary from year to year. Each year the mean solar day is different. That is average day we have taken. What is the average length of a day? It varies. Therefore, second varies. So we have to correct this error. And how we corrected this error? So in 1956, we redefined this mean solar day. What we did, we took the year, 1 year we did. 1956, we took 1900 as the year. Okay. And here we considered and 12 hours as astronomic time. 1 year. So it's 1 year we took plus 12 hours. This was the length we took of 1 year. And this year, so 1 year of 1900. And in terms of days, it comes out to be 365.2422 days. That is, in that year, in particular year, we took these many days. 365.2422 days. Now convert this into seconds. Convert this into seconds. How we are going to convert this into seconds? In 1 day, these many seconds. So if you multiply, so 1 year, that is 1900. 365.2422 into 86400, these many seconds. And it comes out to be 31556. 31556 926.08 seconds. So 1 year, these many seconds we have taken. Okay, so 1/31556.926.08 part of this year. 1 year, 1900. Part of this year, this will give us 1 second.
So why do we took 12 hours?
See here, mainly our Earth completes 1 year in how many days? 365 days and some part. Okay, 0.25. So we have taken these many, like 365.244 days. So 12 hours we used to add them. We have added here. So this we have taken. So these two definitions you don't have to remember, okay? Because they are not being followed now. So these two definitions you don't have to remember. You can simply skip them, okay? But for idea, you must have idea with time how we have been defining them. And now second is defined in terms of transition of electrons, I think. Okay. So the latest definition we'll discuss now. Now see here. In
Sir, in
1964,
exam, which definition we have to write?
the last definition, the last which is being followed, that you have to write. Okay. So in meter, okay, page number 3, meter definition, you will be writing 1/299,792,458 of a second in air. Okay, light, the distance in 1983. Okay, in mass, you will be writing 1889. That is fine. New definition, it's a bit very tricky and difficult to remember. So we will write 1889 definition same. And in time, we'll be writing this 1964 definition. Okay, we'll be discussing it now. So here what we did, we took one cesium atom. Cesium-133 atom we are taking. Cesium-133 atom we are taking. In much detail I won't be able to explain. Something chemistry part is there, so I'm not much perfect in that. Okay. So cesium 133 atom we have taken. Okay. Now atom, this atom, it is being shifting from between two hyperfine levels of the ground state. So some levels are there. For example, consider these levels, and when this atom, they are moving from one level to the other level. When they are moving from one level to the other level, they emit radiations. They will emit radiation. That is some energy they will be radiating in terms of electromagnetic waves. Okay. So we have taken one cesium 133 atom. Now, its levels are there in the ground state, and as there is a transition of these atoms from one hyperfine level to the other hyperfine level. So as it transfers, as it transits, there is a radiations. Okay. Now, how many radiations we are going to take? So 1 second is the time interval of 9, these many radiations. 9, 1, 9, 2, 6, 3, 1, 7, 7, 0 vibrations of the radiation. So as this atom is transiting from one hyperfine level to the other, between two hyperfine levels, the transition taking place, it is radiating. These many vibrations of the radiations, the time taken for these many vibrations of the radiations, that time is called as 1 second. That time is called as 1 second. So
Sir, tell
you
one
can, okay, you can consider it like this. This is the atom. Its radiations are there. That is radiation in the form of electromagnetic waves, that is to and fro motion. So how many vibrations we are counting? These many vibrations. These many vibrations we are counting. This is here from starting from the mean position, moving to back. This is one vibration. So how many vibrations we are counting? These many vibrations. So time taken for these many vibrations, that will be 1 second. That will be 1 second.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is how 1 second was defined. This is how 1 second was defined. Now see here, again 1 second. If you have to make very smaller measurements we have to make, will require very smaller units. So we'll derive smaller units in terms of second. For example, millisecond, 1 millisecond. It will be how much part of, if second we are dividing into 1000 parts, 10 raised to power minus 3 second. If we are dividing second into 1000 parts, each part will be equal to 1 millisecond. So 1 millisecond is 1000th part of 1 second. Similarly, microsecond, 1 microsecond will be how much? 1 millionth part of second. This is second. 1 millionth part of second will give us 1 microsecond. We have divided 1 second into 1 million part. Similarly, one shake is 10 raised to power minus 8. 10 raised to power minus 8 second. Similarly, 1 nanosecond. Nano is always 10 raised to power minus 9. Okay. Second.
Sir, there is no symbol
million
for
parts.
shake.
Shake, no symbol. I'll check on the net if any symbol is there. I'll check that one. One shake, 10 raised to power minus 8 second. Okay. These are smaller units. Now, if we require bigger units, what will be the bigger units? Minute. Minute, how it is related? 60 seconds. In 1 minute, how many seconds? 60 seconds. This is bigger unit. Minute. Then hour. 1 hour. How many seconds? 60 minutes into 60 seconds. 3600 seconds. These many seconds. Or a day. In 1 day, these are bigger units of time. Day, 24 hours. In each hour, 60 minutes. In each minute, 60 seconds. How much it comes to be? 86400. 86400 second. Day, after, and more bigger unit, month. Month can be 1 lunar month. How lunar month is calculated? Lunar means related to moon.
Time over. Sir, time
Okay,
over.
I'll take just 2 or 3 minutes to complete this chapter. Okay, up to some examples of derived unit. Let us complete the time. Okay, time 1 or 2 minutes I'll take. 1 lunar month. It is related to moon. That is, you have seen the phases of the moon. New moon, the phases. New moon the smallest. Then it keeps on increasing till it becomes full moon. So see here, the time taken between two successive new moons. You've seen the new moon. Now again when it appears to be new moon, we call the time taken as 1 lunar month. That is the time a month measured between successive new moons. Between two successive new moons, the time. That is 1 lunar month. So how we are defining lunar month? A month measured between two successive new moons. Month measured between two successive or consecutive, you can say, between two successive new moons. Okay, roughly it is how much? 29 and a half days. It is 29 and a half days. You can take between two full moons as well. No issues with that. Month, that is month we have already taken, that is we have taken, right? Jan, Feb, March, April. So Jan, Feb, March, April. Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So here Jan, March, May, July, August, they have 31 days. April, June, September, November, they have 30 days. Feb, it may have 28 days. Leap year, it have 29 days. Again, bigger units, year. 1 year, 365 days you have taken. And how many seconds? 3.1536, 10 to the power 7 seconds. Again, leap year. Okay, rest we will discuss in next class. Okay. Leap year, decade, century, millennium, we'll discuss in next class. Till whatever you have completed, revise them and see at page number 9, question answers are given. Okay, 1 minute, I'll take more. Questions answers are given. In notebook, you have to do only numericals. In notebook, you have to do only numericals. But I recommend you that these question answers, you must go through them. Okay, if you are getting the straight forward answers, no need of writing anywhere in notebook. But the questions which require some critical thinking or framing of words or framing of sentences, you try to write it somewhere. In the notebook as well, you can write that. Okay. So that's up to you. Numericals you have to do in notebook. That's compulsory. Question answers, go through them. So after completion of this chapter, I'll be taking one oral test. I'll be asking questions from this. Exercise 1A. So till whatever we have studied, revise them, find the question answers, and understand them. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
then thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
If you have doubt, you can ask.